My next guest is going to be fighting for the vacant featherweight title, taking on Daron McCyza, FAC 25 this Saturday. It's Ray Hayes joining me here on the program. Ray, how's it going?
Good, man.
Good to hear. So obviously a couple days removed from the fight. This is your fifth fight this year, man. How do you go about not getting burnt out? I mean, you got to be loving that schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just because I'm in love with it, man. I don't think I'm gonna get burnt out anytime soon. This is all I think about and all I do, so.
Okay, simple as that, man. Where did this journey start for you? How did you get involved in combat sports?
I kind of sucked at every other sport that I tried in high school and middle school and stuff, so I just found MMA when I turned 18. Really, I like watching it on TV and like WWE, and I just found it after high school.
What were some sports that didn't work out for you, if you don't mind me asking?
I tried football and baseball. It didn't work.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Were you who were you a fan of? Like, who got you into watching MMA? Was that just something you discovered? Was there a particular fight? Like, what put MMA on your radar?
It was just always on in my household. You know, my dad always watched every fight night, every pay-per-view was put on in my house, so I didn't really have a choice but to hear it or watch it.
Okay. Yeah, it was inevitable it was going to happen. And along with fighting, what else do you do for a living? What's paying the bills for you right now?
Right now I work at a dealership. I'm a mechanic, so I work 8 to 5 there. But,
okay, not bad.
yeah.
How's that balancing that with the fight career as well? Like, does it work fairly reasonably with practicing and taking fights and stuff?
Yeah, it does now that I'm at a dealership. It's pretty laid back, and like the schedule of 8 to 5, I can manage training around that pretty well.
And do they like fights? Because that plays a role in it too. It'd be a different story if they're like, man, like I don't like watching this stuff. But are they pretty supportive?
Yeah, they're actually I think like 8 of them bought tickets, so they'll be there.
That's a good sign. Good stuff, man. Well, let's talk about your opponent, Daron McCyza. 5-1 record. What do you know about him? How do you feel like you match up against him here?
I've watched all of his fights that are on YouTube, and I feel like he's just mainly a grappler. I don't think his stand-up's up to code with mine, but I feel like I match up well with him. Like as a fighter, yeah. As a person, I don't really like want to fight the dude because he's super nice. You know, he's a Christian, and just following him, he's like a super cool guy that I wouldn't really want to fight. So, but fighter-wise, yeah, I think I match up great with him.
I like how you said striking's not up to code. I'm sure that's a term you use in your day job as well. Hey, this isn't up to code. We can't pass it.
Yeah, definitely.
See, the worlds are blending, which is great. Let's talk a bit about camp. Where are you training right now? Who are some of your main training partners? Who helped you get ready for this fight?
We left Parabellum, me and my head coach and a couple of our fighters. So we branched off from the Pit, which is Pat Smith and Dakota Bush. They have the Pit in Cuba, Missouri, and we're kind of just branched off with them now in our own little place in Buckhorn. So I'm training there. My main training partners is my little brother, Colton Carmack, Chance Carmack. I got the Borg family, Keoki Borg and Israel Borg, Zion Borg. They've been helping me a lot of wrestling, and then all my sparring's been up at Fight Club. So the Fight Club guys, Dalen Moonsfoot, Marshall Kemp, all those guys up there have just been getting me ready every Friday, sparring hard.
That's awesome. And then what about the weight cut? You seem like you're in a good mood, so I imagine everything's going well ahead of the big fight on Saturday.
Yeah, we're drinking a lot of water right now, so we'll be getting there soon.
Okay, well, there we go. And your corner, what will that look like? Who's going to be in the cage with you?
It'll be Colton Carmack, and then I'll have Keoki Borg gonna corner me.
There we go. And how do you see this fight playing out? What's your prediction? How do you see it going down?
I think Daron's going to try to keep his hands locked the entire fight, and if he doesn't have the ability to do that, whether it's standing or on the ground and his hands come unlocked, he's going to lose, man. He's one-trick pony this fight, really, just because the danger factor in the feet that I have that he doesn't have. So I feel like if he's not grappling and have his hands locked, he's going to lose it.
It's one thing to, assuming all goes well and you get the win here, it'd be one thing to be undefeated. It's another thing to win a title as well. That always looks good on the resume. How big would a win be for you here? And where do you think that could lead you after this? Because this is the type of record that, the UFC Contender Series, they're all sort of looking at. Do you almost look at this as like an audition for that?
Yeah, man. I mean, everyone's been talking about it. Like every title holder for FACs went on to the UFC. Their UFC's looking for undefeated guys with finishing rates. So I am that. I'm 4-0 with a 100% finish rate. After Saturday, I'll be 5-0 with a 100% finish rate. All I got to do is do it in some kind of style and just keep doing what I'm doing, man. Like if they don't realize it after this fight, maybe the next fight or the fight after that, I'm just not going to give it an option. After you're 8-9-0 with a bunch of finishes and you're fighting good guys, someone's got to notice. So I'm just not going to give them an option.
Well, and I'm sure they like the fact that you're so active. Like I said, this is your 5th fight this year. I mean, props to you, man. That's good for seizing opportunities, right? So.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm young right now, but I'm ahead of the game really as far as my skill set goes. All the guys that I'm fighting, I'm better than. So as long as I'm fighting guys that I'm, you know, way better than, I'm just going to keep turning them around. Even if I fight guys that are on my level, I'm going to find a way to put them out early and beat them without getting hurt so I can stay active.
Tell me a bit about downtime. I know you don't have much of it. You mentioned the day job, training, all that stuff. What are some of your other hobbies outside of fighting?
I live by the lake, so we do a lot of like bow fishing and stuff.
Nice.
Hunting, bow fishing. This camp, I've just been playing video games really, other
Okay.
than fishing, but that's about it.
Okay. What are you playing right now, video game wise?
We've been playing COD, a little bit of UFC 5, but mainly COD.
That's good. UFC 5, do you make your own character or do you play someone specifically when you play UFC 5?
I made my character for like the campaign mode, but mainly just picking characters.
If you were to go on right now, who would you pick as your character if you were to start a game right now?
Uh, Charles Oliver.
Okay. Would you say he's one of your favorite fighters?
Yeah.
Okay. Good choice, by the way. Charles is the man. That's quite the pick there. It's
Yeah.
FAC 25 this Saturday. Going to be live on Spectation Sports. You don't want to miss it. Ray, thanks for doing this, especially during fight week. If there's anyone you want to thank before we get out of here, any sponsors, any social media you want to plug, I will give you the last word.
If I start listing names, I'll forget somebody. So,
For
so you
sure.
get all my sponsors. My social media is just Sweet Baby Hayes. So give me a follow there. But and then tune in Saturday.